Rose max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They run with a rookie. This is Sony Michel. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now Brady on the bootleg. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing. Stephon Diggs. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 81 yards, and the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Start fast! Wait, set! Wait, 20!
Play action. Now it's Brady. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Damon Harrison coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a 1st down. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the 2nd quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd down, Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Brady to throw. He'll check this one down to Michelle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. On play action, it's Brady. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Braxton Berrios with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots are back within a score. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll find Thielen working the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Adrian Claymore in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Murray. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Murray has the 1st down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And some room to work. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Wide! Ready? Wide, reset!
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Michelle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them. That attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon. And guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On the toss, here's Michelle. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going deep here for Edelman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Edelman was the intended target.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Flush to his right. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Play fake. Cousins rolling to his right. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Foxborough after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cousins over the middle here to Rudolph. $15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
From the red zone now, Cousins finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Sheldon Richardson, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, we're good. We're good.
They go play action. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On 2nd down, here's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Michel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Again, this is Michel, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
66.
Now a play fake. Brady. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
220! 220!
On play action, now Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Anthony Barr. In there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Dante Hightower on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back now in Foxborough. They go with Murray again. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Lucky 48. Through.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Cousins now. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Adrian Claiborne in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Check. Watch 54. Check it. Top.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Play action. Now it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Brady now to throw. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A couple of big plays in succession there for the Pats. They're on the move. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Right there.
Again, it's Michel. Oh, now he bowls him over. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead now down to 20. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.
Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they want to be out.
If I see them laying and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Act like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm calling the guap. Who gave you voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted up at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to golf.